Hi, 7th grade. I'm so excited to start this new learning method that we have for remote learning. So glad to be able to still stay in contact with you and deliver some lessons to continue our learning on the second language, Spanish. This will probably be my first and my last video recording here in the classroom. I will do the rest of my recordings and videos from my home. So I also want to let you know that this is probably not the best video recording you have seen, but then again, I'm trying my hardest. So thank you for being patient. And I can promise you that soon I will be able to be a master in all this, maybe even become YouTube famous. I don't know. Well, for remote learning, boys and girls, before we get started, I want you to take a moment to gather your books, gather your Spanish book, your Spanish notebook, as well as a pen or pencil. Take any notes necessary, make any changes, corrections into your paper. I'm gonna give you a minute to go ahead and get situated. You may pause the video and press play when you're ready. Okay? Okay, so by this time, you should be ready with all the materials necessary for your learning. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, boys and girls. Today's objective in our lesson for today, we're going to talk about what you and others like, and we're going to also be describing things. Again, these objectives are going to be broken down step by step through a whole series of videos, so just be patient. We're going to take it step by step, so it's nothing too overwhelming, okay? I did give you an assignment to define the vocabulary words, not define, but translate the vocabulary words that were on page 62 and 63 of your book. These words had pictures, okay? So you were supposed to translate them before watching the video. So I hope you took care of that, and if you did, I should know because you submitted it through Google Docs, okay? One thing I want to clarify is that I'm gonna be asking you to write things in your Spanish notebook and then type them in a Google Doc and submit them to me for credit. You must think like, why do I have to do it double? Why do I have to write in my notebook and then type them again and submit them? Well, the reason for this is that if you have a notebook, you can take that anywhere you go. Well, when I say anywhere you go, I mean like your living room, your house, outside in the backyard. Maybe you have to go to your grandma's house. And you might want to take that so you can always have access to it and study without worrying if there's internet or if you have a technology device, okay? So it's important to make sure you first do your work in your Spanish notebook, and then whatever you need to submit, then you type that in a Google document and submit it through Google Classroom, okay? Let me see. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, and unless you have access to a printer where you can print every document that you're submitting to me, all your work, if you have access to that, well, then you can print the page for you and start building a Spanish notebook in a way. But if you don't have access to a printer, or your printer doesn't have ink, then definitely